U.S. border security made a huge mistake on U.S. soldier.
Can I just have you put your hands on that?
The traveler's name has triggered an armed and dangerous alert.
Nothing sharp or dangerous on you right now?
Looks can be deceiving, but some mistakes are too big to ignore. Today we will take a closer look at one of those situations in the town of Blaine. It has its fair share of traffic, since most of the buses headed to Vancouver and Seattle take the Pacific Highway.
The Canada Border Services Agency has rejected a U.S. passport holder's attempted entry into Canada. And that's a red flag for CBP officers.
After being rejected at the border, the CBP takes it upon itself to get to the bottom of these types of situations.
Why are you going to Canada?
I got a girlfriend over there, sir.
They told me he was not eligible to go into Canada, but not much more about that. I have to verify and make sure that he's an American coming back. I also have to verify that there's no wants or warrants or that no one's looking for him.
Standard procedure for those CBP officers and the U.S. citizens seem to understand that as well. The routine background check was not so easy to understand, since it came up with some interesting results.
The traveler's name has triggered an armed and dangerous alert.
Nothing sharp or dangerous on you right now?
Since it classified this man as a threat, the CBP officers decided to take him into a controlled environment, where he cannot be dangerous to any other passengers or himself. But to put it in more blunt terms, he was put in custody, where he is guilty until proven innocent.
I saw the alarm. I wanted to make sure he didn't have a weapon or anything on him, so we grabbed him and we can figure out what's actually going on.
To do that, they need to inspect his luggage and ask him some questions. That will determine the fate of this gentleman.
A luggage exam reveals he's recently returned from Europe and Iraq.
An interesting route to take. That definitely raised some eyebrows. And detailed questioning needed to be conducted by the CBP officers.
You just came back from Europe?
Went to Kurdistan.
Okay.
What brought you to Kurdistan? I'm Florida, sir.
So how'd you get over to the U.S.?
I was an exchange student.
Okay.
From that, I didn't go back because there was death threats for me.
Death threats? That will not make this any easier for him. But maybe he is honest because he has nothing to hide.
Because I'm associated with Americans, so I stayed here. I went to school in college for a couple of years.
Okay.
All my friends in college were vets, so I had to join the army.
After the Vietnam War, soldiers were not welcomed properly. And since then, it is looked down upon to make any unnecessary problems for them. The CBP officers knew that, and probably hoped that they could confirm that everything is in order, and that the U.S. Army vet can be released as soon as possible. But before they needed to ask him some additional questions.
To Kurdistan. I'm Florida, sir.
CBP officers have detained a U.S. Army vet whose name has triggered an armed and dangerous alert.
I have to verify and make sure that he's who he says he is.
Everyone needs to be checked when their status says that they are armed and dangerous. But could this man be checked just because he is from Iraq? Or just because he is an Army veteran?
He did come to America in 2006. I've learned that he came over to the United States as a foreign exchange student. He got his permanent residency. He joined U.S. military.
Well,